And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hey, yo! Good morning to ya! It's a Friday the 13th in October, nonetheless. Hey, happy Good Friday morning to you. My name is Steve Shutler here on the Morning Wake Up, presented by our friends at Ottumwa Coasters. And you know what? I usually put up the graphic for Ottumwa Coasters, but you know what? There we go. Look at that. I was in Ottumwa yesterday, and I saw Elizabeth from Ottumwa Coasters, and she presented me with my very own set of Steve Shutler Media coasters. So there you go. What every person dreams of when they're a child. Maybe you don't dream of having your own coasters, but I do. I got mine. So look for these in Ottumwa restaurants. That's what Ottumwa Coasters does. They put your logo, put your business, put your event on a coaster, and then send those out to all of the very popular restaurants in Ottumwa, Iowa. So I got mine. Be on the lookout for some Steve Shutler Media coasters from our friends at Ottumwa Coasters. And again, get your business, advertise your business, your event throughout Ottumwa at all of the area restaurants, courtesy of Ottumwa Coasters. Thank you to Elizabeth for meeting me yesterday and hooking me up with my very own coasters. Hey, let's get a look at our forecast. It is rainy here in southeast Iowa. It's going to be that way for the next 24 hours or so. Showers and thunderstorms today off and on, and steady temps around 63. I always look at the forecast, and I don't know why the National Weather Service words things the way they do sometimes, where it says showers and thunderstorms before 3 p.m., and then showers and maybe a thunderstorm after 3 p.m. Why not just say showers and thunderstorms throughout the day? That'd be easier. Otherwise, steady temps around 63 today, breezy southeast winds. Rainfall amounts between a quarter to a half an inch. And I tell you what, the way it was sounding like it was raining outside my house here a minute ago, we may have gotten that much, a quarter to a half inch here in the last few minutes. For tonight, showers likely, maybe a thunderstorm. And let's see here. Cloudy skies, breezy, a low of 50. I tell you what, if you're heading out to a high school football game tonight, definitely take your poncho, take your rain gear, take an umbrella. It's going to be a rainy one and a little bit cool with that low of 50 and breezy. So just kind of a miserable night to be going out to a football game. But I think the regular season wraps up tonight, if I am remembering correctly. For Saturday, still a 40% chance of some showers. Otherwise, cloudy, breezy, steady temps around 52. Tomorrow night, cloudy, a low of 43. And Sunday will be partly sunny and 54. Now, looking at our current conditions, radar showing lots of precipitation moving throughout southeast Iowa right now. Currently, humidity at 90%. Southeast winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we have 63 degrees here in southeast Iowa. That is a look at our current forecast. It is a Friday, and we always want to give some love to our athlete of the week. Let's bring that on next, as there she is, our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics Athlete of the Week, as voted on by you, our viewers, our listeners, and supporters of Steve Shutler Media. Emery Finch of Cardinal Volleyball. This is cool, because this is our first Cardinal athlete to win the Athlete of the Week. And I tell you what, it was pretty close through most of the voting, but then Emery pulled away. The folks in the Cardinal School District really supporting Emery this week. So congratulations to you, Emery Finch, Cardinal Volleyball, our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics Athlete of the Week. right here on Steve Shetler Media. So congratulations to you, Emery. Well, it's 7:05. We got some rain here in southeast Iowa, and I've actually got 2 interviews lined up for this morning. One of those is with the Barn City Annual Fireman's Breakfast. Let's go to that right now. Hey, Steve Shetler here on Steve Shetler Media. We're on the morning wake up on a Friday morning, and we're talking to Topanga Blom from the Barn City Fire Department. Topanga, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. Glad to have you on with the interview today, as we're going to be talking about the Barn City Annual Fireman's Breakfast. And you can fill us in on some of the details, when the breakfast in, what time it starts, all that good stuff.
So the breakfast is this Sunday. It is at 10:30 a.m. It will be at our fire station in Barn City. We'll have cakes, we'll have sausage, eggs, we've got biscuit gravy, and it'll be served by your Barn City fire crew.
All right. And I need to ask, what is your role, Topanga, with the Barn City Fire Department?
I am fire chief.
You are the fire chief. Now, I'm not being sexist or anything. Are there many female fire chiefs out there, or is this kind of a rare thing?
I am the first one for Mahaska County.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Now, have you always wanted to be a fire... What do you say? Do you say fireman, firewoman, fire person?
I just say fireman. I actually have reached out to our previous chief about wanting to try to do medical things.
Okay.
And Barn City doesn't have a medical side at the moment. And so I ended up joining as a firefighter. And as soon as I started training for it, I fell in love with it. And I had the most training hours for our department last year. It's just kind of a passion that took off a lot quicker than I thought it would.
All right. Very cool. Very interesting. Again, Topanga Blom from Barn City with the Barn City Fire Department, the annual Fireman's Breakfast. We're going to flash up the flyer at the end of our interview today. Again, this is coming up on Sunday with all the stuff you're expecting, all the pancakes, the sausage, the scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. I don't know about you, Topanga, but I'm a guy that I can eat breakfast any time of the day. Breakfast is a 24-hour thing for me. How about you?
Oh, yeah. At our house, we have breakfast for dinner.
I'm right there with you. And we should mention, it was funny, because right before we are doing this interview, you were actually out, we were messaging back and forth, and you were saying, hang on, Steve, give me a few minutes. I'm out chasing pigs right now. So you're chasing that sausage around.
Yeah. It keeps me on my toes. Always than one.
Well, Topanga, we thank you for your time. And again, help out the Barn City Fire Department. That's coming up on Sunday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. I'm sure people, if they want to support the Barn City Fire Department, can get in there. If they're going to church, it's early enough where they can get in before church and have a hearty breakfast and still support the fire department. Now, if people don't happen to be able to get in there on Sunday morning, can folks still maybe drop off a check or some cash to support the fire department?
Yes, they definitely can. You can send to our address. It's, I want to say 505 Broadway. Don't quote me. I get it mixed up all the time. But you can definitely drop it off at the station or even the city hall as well. We definitely will take donations any way we can get.
Okay. And I'm lucky enough, I do have the address in front of me. It is 505 Broadway in Barn City. So help out and support the Barn City Fire Department. Again, it's the annual Fireman's Breakfast coming up Sunday morning, 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Barn City Fire Station. Topanga, I thank you for taking time to do this interview, and good luck. Hope you have a great turnout for the Fireman's Breakfast coming up Sunday.
Thank you. We'd love to see everybody.
All right, that is Topanga Blom with the Barn City Fire Department. Okay, so we thank Topanga for that interview. Now, she's kind of out there in a dead zone with the internet. So her video and her audio were a little sketchy at times, but we thank Topanga for talking this morning. Barn City Annual Fireman's Breakfast on Sunday from 7 to 10:30 a.m. at the Barn City Fire Station. Pancakes, whole hog sausage, scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. And you can help out the fire department in Barn City at 505 Broadway Street in big old Barn City, Iowa. We thank, again, Topanga for joining us this morning. Again, a female fire chief here in Iowa. So that's pretty cool. Lots to get to today here on the Morning Wake Up presented by Ottumwa Coasters. Do want to remind you, coming up later on today, we will have our Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwired in Sigourney. It's Lori and Joe King of Lori King and Junction 63. They're also part of the Midnight Country Blue Band. Lori and Joe will be live at Barnwired today, Friday the 13th. We'll go live from 11:30 to noon with a live interview and some original tunes mixed in. Then they're going to stick around. They're planning on playing some tunes from noon to 1 today. So check that out, 119 East Marion in Sigourney. That's today with our Iowa Music Showcase with Lori and Joe King. We're not joking, Joe King. Ha ha! Oh, Lori and Joe, they are good people, and I always look forward to seeing them and talking to them. Well, we've got our second interview lined up for today, and I'm going to be talking to Holly and Marcia and getting some info about the Hay Rack Ride coming up tomorrow evening in Sigourney. You see some of the information right there. Let's go to my interview with Holly and Marcia. Hey, Steve Shetler here at the KCED building on the square here in Sigourney. I'm hanging out with Holly Williams and Marcia Sherman and Tux the dog, Tux the wonder dog. And you ladies are going to be talking today about the Halloween festivities going on in Sigourney because we're well underway, and we're also going to be looking at some of the trophies here momentarily. But tell us, what is happening this weekend here in Sigourney?
So our deadline for the contest was Monday. We have a couple extras that we added, so voting will start Saturday. Okay. And Saturday evening we have our Hay Rack Ride.
Okay.
That's from 7 to 9 at the Legion Park. We'll have 2 racks going during that time period, so I'm super excited to see everybody. Marcia is supplying us with some great hot cocoa for while we're waiting or for the ride. You can make sure you bring blankets because it's a chilly night. Dress warm.
It is.
Dress warm. So as far as voting goes, you can access our event, so Spooky Season in Sigourney, on Facebook. And I'll also have forms available here in the KCED office, or contact either of us for forms as well.
I just want to add in there, for the Hay Rack rides, they will be about 20 minutes to half an hour ride. Okay. So if you don't make it right at 7, that's fine. Okay. So
is there like a cutoff time as far as when rides will end? Or are you just going to kind of play it by ear and see how many people show up?
8:30. We were planning on having the last ride at 8:30. Okay. So that it'd be finished by 9 o'clock. Okay. All right. So the start and finish is at the Legion Park, if I'm understanding correctly. Right. Yep. That's the main. You're right across from my house. So
walk on over and join us.
Or maybe I'll be the grumpy old man and be like, "Get off my lawn."
Don't be that good.
So, again, voting starts up this weekend and goes for a couple of weeks because, of course, Halloween falls on a Tuesday this year. So we want to get that voting wrapped up before an awkward Tuesday.
Yes, so voting ends on the 27th. Okay. And then we will make our announcements on the 28th.
Awesome. So that's going on in Sigourney. And go around and look at all the scary houses here in town. Now, as we mentioned, there are some prizes. We've got these trophies laid out over here. Why don't you explain maybe how the trophies will be handed out, or what they're going to be handed out for?
So the large trophies here are our traveling trophies.
Okay.
So our first place winners for businesses and for residents will receive that trophy. Third place for our business and residents will get this one.
Okay.
Second place. And then next year, once we take your traveling trophy away, you'll get the first place trophies.
Okay, so they get kind of a smaller one, but they also get the big one for the year. And then the same way for the window displays. This is for the businesses, right?
Correct.
Okay, so same thing. You got third, second, and first, and then the traveling trophy goes to the first place for a year, and then that will go out to somebody else next year, unless that person really knocks it out of the ballpark 2 years in a row.
Exactly, yes.
They get to keep it.
So, look for more information on Facebook for what's the official title of the Halloween event or contest?
On the events on Facebook, it is Spooky Season Contest, I believe.
Okay.
For Sigourney.
All right.
Look up me and Marcia.
Homes, something.
Yeah. Can't even remember now.
All right. So I'm sure if they do a little bit of a Google search, they can, or
Absolutely.
Facebook search.
Yeah.
They-
Look up spooky and it should pop it up.
Yeah.
Homes or something.
We're also hoping to get the map in the news review, so keep an eye out for that as well.
All right. And hey, if you get that map, you throw it over to me and I'll throw it up on
Definitely will.
on Steve Shuttler Media. So we've got that going on. Holly, I know you also want to talk about some other events coming up for KCED, the former SADAC here in Sigourney. What are some things going on here in the area?
November's going to be super busy. So November 2nd, it's a Thursday night. We're going to have our annual ladies night.
Okay.
We're working on that. The first 100 ladies get not only the punch card, they also get a bag full of goodies from local businesses and from us as well. The whole community takes part in this, and we have many businesses to come check out, and that's from 4 to 8:30.
Okay.
More information can be found on Facebook as well, and we're updated on our website, so check that out. It's kcdiowa.org.
Okay.
We have our events on there. And then Friday, November 10th, we have our $10,000 raffle.
Yeah.
So tickets are available with any of our board members here in the office. You can go to County Bank, Midwest One. We have board members there that can sell them there.
Okay.
That includes dinner, drinks, a good time, entry into the raffle. It's for 2 people per ticket, and it'll be a really good night.
Is there a theme? I know there's usually a theme.
Yes, it is Welcome to the Movies.
Okay.
So you get to dress up as your favorite movie character.
That could be interesting.
You don't have to, but I'm excited.
Yeah, that's usually a fun time.
It is.
Again, what's the date on that?
It is Friday, November 10th.
All right. So lots of stuff happening here in Sigourney and in Keokuk County, but those things are coming up this weekend. We're featuring the Hayride. Is that what you call it? The Hayrack Ride here in Sigourney. Check that out, coming up on Saturday, starting and ending at the Legion Park in Sigourney. Well, ladies, thank you for your time, and best of luck this weekend. Hopefully it warms up maybe a little bit so people don't freeze on the Hayrack rides. But
yes, I wanted to add too, there will be a few people dressing up.
Okay.
Hayrack ride. So if anybody wants to dress up their kids or anything, costumes welcome.
Yeah, maybe do a little Halloween preview for that.
Yeah,
so Halloween costume preview. All right. Well, it should be a lot of fun, and thank you too for your time today.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And again, that was Holly and Marcia, and there you go with the information on the Hayrack Ride for tomorrow evening. That's Saturday, October 14th, from 7 to 9 p.m. Starts and ends at Legion Park in Sigourney. And again, you're invited to bring your Halloween decor, maybe wear your Halloween costumes. Probably want to bring a blanket or 2. It'll be a little bit chilly tomorrow night. Hot chocolate will be provided. And should be a lot of fun. And other events coming up in November here in Sigourney. So again, thanks to Topanga a little bit earlier for talking to me from the Barnes City Fire Department for their breakfast coming up on Sunday, and Holly and Marcia for chatting with me this morning. Hey, again, a good morning to you. The morning wake up brought to us by Ottumwa Coasters. And we want to say good morning to Sandy. We've got Amber. Good morning to you. Susan from Wasco Hardware. They've got their big open house coming up tomorrow in Keosauqua, so make sure you stop by. I know they've got their Amish cabinetry being featured, and grab yourself a piece of pie. A piece of pie. They got some tasty pie at Wasco Hardware in Keosauqua. Good morning to you, Kurt and Kathy. Dell, how you doing this morning? And Jackie, always doing me a big favor by sharing and promoting my videos here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's do some of our normal stuff, including some birthdays. Oh, happy birthday to you. Some celebrity birthdays. You know, the biggest celebrity birthday that we have today is right here in the Shetler household in Shetler Studios, and that is my wife, Stacy Shetler. Hey, ho, Stacy, with her birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Stacy, the love of my life, my bride, Stacy Shetler, with her birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Stacy. If you see Stacy out and about today, make sure you wish her a happy birthday. Me and the dogs and the cat and the bird will all be wishing Stacy a happy birthday today. Let's see. Why is my video on my phone acting so weird? I do not know. All right, other birthdays. You know, you can't beat Stacy's birthday, but we'll throw these out there as well. We got singer-songwriter Paul Simon from Simon and Garfunkel, 82 years old today. We've got the NFL owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. He is 81. Country singer-songwriter Lacey J. Dalton, 77. Sammy Hagar, of course, solo fame and also part of Van Halen there for several years. Sammy Hagar, 76 years old. We've got Marie Osmond, turning 64. Doc Rivers from the NBA. He is what? He is 62. Jerry Rice, NFL superstar, Hall of Fame wide receiver. Jerry Rice, 61 years old. I've got a little bug flying around my face this morning. Red Akins, country star and father of Thomas Rhett. Red Akins, 54. We've got Olympic skater. I was going to say skatist. I don't think skatist is a thing. Skater. Oh, her leg, her knee. Nancy Kerrigan. When she's not getting clobbered in the leg with a lead pipe, she is 54 years old. Actor Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat. Does he have any other claim to fame other than being Borat? I don't know. 52 years old. He's a pretty good actor. Let's see here. Paul Pierce, NBA player, 46. Singer Ashanti. Is that how you say that? Ashanti? 43. Tiffany Trump. Her claim to fame is being Donald Trump's daughter. Tiffany is 30. And then Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things is 22. In other news on this day in history, it was today, back in 1775, the U.S. Navy was formed. So good stuff back in 1775. It was on this date in 1945. Chocolate manufacturer Milton Hershey died. You could probably say it was a dark day for chocolate. Oh, hey-oh, brunch. I'll be here all week. It was today, 1971, the very first World Series night game was played. That was Pittsburgh beating Baltimore. 1979, a 256-pound yo-yo. Like, you know, you're yo-yoing. Why? Is it a 256-pound yo-yo back in 1979? It was dropped from a 150-foot crane in San Francisco. Don't know why. Why? Anyway, that did happen. Today, on this October the 13th, today is Friday the 13th, it is Good Samaritan Day. It is International Day of Failure. Let's see here. Also, National M&M's Day. It's National No Bra Day. I'm not wearing my bra today. So, National No Bra Day. It is, we already mentioned the U.S. Navy's birthday. It's also Skeptics Day. It's National Student Day. And it's World Egg Day. So we salute you, eggs. Things you need to know. And we are running out of time quickly. I try to wrap this up by 7:30. So other things you need to know. Mary Lou Retton's daughters say they are overwhelmed with support as a fundraiser for the U.S. Olympic legend who is in intensive care with a rare form of pneumonia. That fundraiser has gone over $350,000 in just a few days. Hey, starting at 3 p.m. on Halloween, M&M's will be offering the services of its first ever M&M's Halloween Rescue Squad. Now, if you run out of candy during trick-or-treating on Halloween, they say the team will bring a new supply directly to your neighborhood and all within an hour of your emergency call. Will they do that in Southeast Iowa? In the middle of nowhere in Southeast Iowa? Well, I guess we could find out. I'm sure there's some rules to that. We'll find out. Disneyland, Disney World, they're jacking up prices. Their prices are already ridiculous, but they're going up by around another 8%. So if you're heading to a Disney park in the future, prices even more expensive. If you're a fan of the TV show Frasier, there's 2 new episodes of Frasier. That hit Paramount Plus yesterday. Look for Taylor Swift's concert film from her Eras tour. That comes out in theaters today. 13. It's Friday the 13th. The 13 is Taylor's lucky number. Hi, Taylor. I've met Taylor a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, as well as Mama Taylor Swift. So yeah, Taylor's good people. She took time to take a selfie with my daughter like 10 years ago. Let's see here. And there's a couple in Colorado. I looked this up before we went on today. A couple in Colorado showing off pictures that they say show an actual Bigfoot roaming through a field in Colorado. I don't know. I looked at the pictures. I'm not convinced. I like Bigfoot. I like the thought of Bigfoot. I think there could be a Bigfoot or big feet out there. Is that what you call multiple Bigfoots? Big feet? Anyway, keep your eye out for Bigfoot in Colorado. You know what time it is? Today's Impossible Question. It's time for today's impossible question. When it comes to pro sports, $10 million is spent on this particular item every year. What is it? Today's impossible question. $10 million is spent every year on this sports item for pro sports every year. $10 million in baseballs. It's a lot of money for baseballs. So let's see here. In weird news, that is weird. A bear walking in. Have you heard this one? A bear walks into a gas station and eats some gummy worms. Or gummy bears. Yes. Security cameras in Canada. A British Columbia gas station recording a gummy bear heist by an actual bear. The cameras at Timpton Gas Bar in Lake Cowichan on Vancouver Island captured footage as the black bear wandered into the store, took a pack of gummy bears off the rack, and then went out in the parking lot and ate them. So a Canadian bear eating some gummy bears. Interesting. Friday the 13th stuff. Let's see. Anybody new joining in on the comments? Good morning to you, Melissa. I just saw Melissa yesterday. I was out and about in Sigourney putting up some flyers that advertise Steve Shetler Media. So saw Melissa. So good morning to you, Melissa, and everybody else. If you're watching this morning, you're just tuning in, say hello in the comments. Some Friday the 13th stuff. Why is Friday the 13th bad luck? Well, let's see here. If you're one of those people who kind of have a phobia of Friday the 13th, I'm going to 1,000% butcher this. It's called paraskevadicatriophobia. Paraskevadicatriophobia. I think I had bad luck saying that. So some stuff, superstitions that are ridiculous. Never change your bed on a Friday, as it will give you bad dreams. Never heard that. If you start a trip on Friday, you'll have misfortune. How about cutting your fingernails on a Friday? Supposedly, you cut them for sorrow. If you what? Okay, so don't clip your fingernails, evidently, on a Friday. If a ship sets sail on a Friday, they're going to have bad luck. Other superstitions concerning the number 13: should 13 people eat dinner together, all of those people will die within a year. Duh. Let's see. If you have 13 letters in your name, you will have the devil's luck. What does that even mean? And it's also bad luck to begin a new job or a trip, evidently on Friday the 13th. Bad luck to flip your mattress. I think that's probably actually a good thing every once in a while. It's bad luck, of course, to walk under a ladder, to plant potatoes. That's dumb. I'm getting rid of that. Other things today. I'm just going to read basically the first line of a few ridiculous stories. A woman arrested after wrapping her car to look like a Florida state trooper. This is real. Also, here's another real headline. An Indiana woman seemed to think she did nothing wrong despite stealing a car in order to travel to an interview for a stripper job. She thought nothing was wrong with that. Evidently, with those life choices, stealing a car to go interview to be a stripper. She needs to start over. And then also a New... Why is this happening? A New York bus driver drinking on the job says that she didn't know White Claw had alcohol. What world do these people live in? That will do it for today. Hey, again, a big thanks to Ottumwa Coasters. Let's put that up there. Ottumwa Coasters bringing us our morning wake up. Get your event, get your business on a coaster in Ottumwa, and they will put those out to all of the area businesses, or the area restaurants in Ottumwa, all the really good places the people go to, the popular restaurants in Ottumwa. It's Ottumwa Coasters. Again, Athlete of the Week, congratulations to Emery Finch of Cardinal Volleyball. And then later on today, where'd my graphic go for that? We're just a few hours away now from Lori and Joe King at Barnwired in Sigourney, live with our Iowa Music Showcase, 11:30 to noon. We'll be broadcasting that live right here on Steve Shetler Media on Facebook and YouTube. You can also come to Barnwired in Sigourney and see it happening live. Plus, Lori and Joe going to play some tunes from noon to 1 for a little bit, and you can get something to eat for lunch, get a drink, and have a good time at Barnwired. That will do it for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And again, we'll see you hopefully at Barnwired a little bit later on. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the Coaches Show sports section at Brothers Market in Sigourney. So we'll be out and about. stop by and say hi at those places. Otherwise, we'll see you right back here at 7 a.m. on Monday for our next Morning Wake Up.